The Avengers, Earth's Last Alliance. Chapter 6. Golden Sand and Dust. Spider-Man and Oculos landed in front of the scene. Ghost Spider pinned to a taxi. Sandman had become pure sand, taking the form of a massive, monstrous form. His hand extended and becoming a massive sand column that had Ghost Spider pinned. "You're seeing this, right?" Oculos asked. "You mean the fact that Marco is literally gold?" Spider-Man replied. Sandman's entire body, every single grain of sand was glistening, shiny. Each grain of sand was golden. This ain't normal. I mean, I know sand has a golden hue to it sometimes, but he's literally gold. I was thinking the same thing that happened to Gobby, Spider-Man stated. "Another golden crystal? Yeah, makes sense," Oculus muttered. "Guys, a little help," Ghost Spider grunted. Both guys jumped to action. Oculus turned his eyes to green and took flight. He flew up and hovered over Sandman. His eyes turned from green to purple, and he dropped out of the sky and landed on top of Sandman. He extended his hand out, and a purple knife construct formed in his hand, and he stabbed Sandman in the head. Sandman roared out and relinquished his grip on Ghost Spider. Spider-Man shot two webs and yanked Ghost Spider off the taxi and caught her in his arms. "Thanks, handsome," Ghost Spider muttered. "Take 2 minutes to catch your breath, okay? We got this," Spider-Man told her as he leaned her against a police van. "Hey, watch her, okay? Anything happens, it's on you," Spider-Man said, pointing to one of the police officers. "You can count on me, man," the police officer nodded. Spider-Man patted the officer on the shoulder, then turned his attention to Oculos, who was holding on to the knife of dear life that was embedded in Sandman's head. Spider-Man jumped up and shot several webs at Sandman, each one hitting his face. Sandman stumbled around, his massive golden arm crashed into the side of a building. Glass and debris rained on the street. Sandman grabbed Oculos and flung him away. He crashed onto the road, the concrete cracking underneath the impact. Spider-Man swung around Sandman, trying to web him up. Sandman's fist solidified into a ball of solid sand. Giant golden crystals emerged from the ball, creating some form of spiked mace, and he swung it around uncontrollably, smashing the surrounding buildings. Spider-Man swung around as quickly as possible and started webbing up the falling debris, and Oculus stood up and took flight once again as his eyes turned green. He flew up and scanned the location quickly. He clocked a fire engine parked down the road, and the firefighters there directing the scared and screaming public away from Sandman and the chaos that ensued. Oculus flew down and floated above one of the firefighters. "Hey, we need your hose. You need to blast Sandman with it," Oculus barked. "We got you, man. Consider it done," the firefighter called back with a thumbs up. The firefighters moved quickly, driving the fire engine close into Sandman, making sure to keep enough distance. They set up their hose with great haste and started blasting Sandman with a stream of water. Sandman swayed and staggered as the water hit him. His golden sand became wet and clumpy, and making it hard for him to shift. He became slow and staggered as he got heavier. Spider-Man swung around Sandman, dodging his random strikes as he shot a web and pulled himself high into the air. He then charged his fist with bioelectricity and dropped down, slamming his electrical charged fist into Sandman. The golden sand monster shattered into clumps of wet sand, and Flint Marco laid on the ground. Sandman landed on the ground and shot another web and pulled Flint to his feet, and at the same time he webbed Flint's hands together. Oculos landed on the ground and saw a necklace around Flint's neck. With a tug he yanked it off and saw the golden crystal hanging from the thread. "How'd you get this?" Oculos asked. It was a gift," Flint muttered. "Are you okay?" Spider-Man asked. "I don't remember anything. It's a little fuzzy," Flint said, shaking his head. "The crystal must have some form of side effects," Oculos stated. "Flint, we need to get you back to your cell. If you go willingly, you could see your daughter real soon," Spider-Man told him. I'd like that, yeah." "One more thing," Flint snapped. "Sure," Spider-Man replied. "Osborn, he gave us the crystals. He said he had a new boss who wanted to offer us a gift," Flint muttered. Then a shield truck arrived, and 2 shield soldiers came and arrested Sandman. Spider-Man helped Ghost Spider to her feet and told Oculos to meet him at the Avengers Tower later. Spider-Man landed at the base, where Ghost Spider's new team resided. Miss Marvel and American Chavez came bursting out the door and ran up to Spider-Man as he placed Ghost Spider down on the ground. "I could have swung over by myself," Ghost Spider muttered. "You need a rest, babe. I don't mind being your friendly neighborhood taxi service," Spider-Man joked. "Hey, thanks for bringing Gwen back. We got it from here," Miss Marvel stated. Ghost Spider and Spider-Man both removed their masks ever so slightly just to share a kiss, and then Miss Marvel helped Ghost Spider back into the base. "So, what's going on, Miles?" 2 Spider-Man villains with these golden crystals? American Chavez asked. Yeah. Wait, how did you know? Miles asked back. Well, first off, it's New York. You know, all over the news and all. And second, you're forgetting I see Phil Coulson pretty much every single day, America replied. Yeah, fair point. We have Green Goblin and Sandman both being influenced by a gold crystal. It made Sandman less focused and Gobby a bit more insane, if that's even possible. We need to find out where these things are coming from, Miles stated. Look, we are busy rounding up the escapees from the raft, but if we hear anything or find anything out, the Avengers are the first one on the line, okay? America said. Thanks, Chavez. I appreciate that. If you need another webhead, let me know. Miles replied. They hugged each other and America watched as Miles slipped his mask back on and web swing away. In the Avengers Tower, the team all stood around a hologram of the golden crystals. Okay, so we now have a problem. Once would have been just a madman with an upgrade, but 2, that's out of hand, Sam stated. Flint said Osborn said that he had a boss, Oculos replied. So we have someone making, or at least has their hands on a golden crystal that enhances someone's abilities and affects their mental state, Jane stated. We scanned the crystal from Goblin. Its structure is magical in origin. The readings we are getting off its core, it's alternate dimensional readings. But there is way more to it, Riri said with a curious smile. She typed away on the holographic keyboard, the crystal image faded away, and 2 graphs appeared, both looking almost identical. Okay, Riri, what we looking at? Johnny asked. One is a meth addict. When their body's on the decrease from being doped up on meth, their brain is in a state of declining from a massive high. The second one is Osborn's brain after we took the crystal off of him. See the difference? Riri asked. Am I missing something? Because I literally don't see a difference, Miles stated. Exactly. I don't think Osborn or Marco knew it, but their body was getting addicted to the surge of energy from the golden crystals, Riri said with a grin. Wait a minute. So the crystal's like a drug? What if we're dealing with a drug dealer? Someone who decided to come up with a product and then figured out the best buyers? Oculos asked. Everyone shared a look. Oculus' words hung in the air for a moment. They made no sense, but made perfect sense at the exact same time. If it is a drug dealer, then we will need to find out who it is. But first, let's focus on one thing at a time. The crystals are magically made, right? It's time we bring in someone who has a mastery in sorcery, Sam stated. Then he left the room to contact the Sorcerer Supreme.
What you have just listened to is a product created by the Three Ranger Bros Studio.
Hosted by 3 cosplaying fathers who
happen to be massive geeks of all sorts of fandoms.
They are Mark, the Red Cornish Ranger,
Cosplay Dude 637,
and Ty Tiger.
The studio covers different types of YouTube videos, TikToks, podcasts, and live streams.
If you wish to find out who cosplays who, the YouTube channels, the TikTok accounts, and the podcasts, and all of the other social media platforms,
please go to the 3rangerbrostudios.com.